Alright, well, good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day 5 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour. RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery. And this is the Louisiana with Liam Tour. A bike ride from near Natchez, Mississippi, down the Mississippi River to New Orleans, Louisiana, to bring awareness that there are addiction recovery options available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, Celebrate Recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world, that just want to help you, talk to you, and love you if you find yourself battling addiction. So we're here at the New Orleans West KOA in River Ridge, Louisiana, Kenner. And we are only 17 miles from the Audubon Zoo and then like 3 to our destination. So we've got essentially a half day today because Liam did that extra 20 yesterday afternoon and got 60 miles in a century in 2 days.
And I get a little century badge.
And he gets my century badge. You know what? I need to get that out of there for you. It is his. It's mine from Ends of the Earth Cycling. Justin Hanneken and them down in Fort Myers, Florida. They just finished the Sisterhood bike ride to Key West. And they got the Key West bike ride coming up around the same time that I'm leaving to go on the Midwest ride, March 14th. So, we're going to get on the road. We're going to head down to the Audubon Zoo. Go see the zoo things. Joseph sent that cash app of $60 for Liam, specifically for use at the zoo. So that's what we're going to use it for $1 a mile for Liam's 60 miles yesterday. And yeah, you ready, bud?
Yep.
He's ready. Let's do this. All right, so we couldn't get far without putting some stickers on Liam's bike.
So I got the Big Easy New Orleans KOA.
All right.
Then I got the Big Easy New Orleans KOA.
Right next to your Hummus House sticker.
Yep. And I got the Big Mardi Gras.
Fleur de lis.
Fleur de lis.
Oh, don't tear it.
Spike in the middle of the two.
And they say les bon temps rouler, huh? Let the good times roll. Literally on 2 bike tires. We decided to do a mission trip rather than Mardi Gras festivities.
I got the Louisiana and the...
Yeah, is that a gator family?
Yep.
So what's it called me? The Swamp Beast. All right.
Louisiana.
Yeah, now you got to put that on something black so that it shines through. So maybe on your lid. All right, so we're moving Louisiana right over there.
Then I got that. There we go.
All right.
Where is something black? I believe he'll be red.
Yeah, you can do that.
He will be red.
I love it. All right, that's your stickers. What you think?
Right.
Great.
So when cars come by, it shine Louisiana.
Nice. Very cool. All right, so we just stopped in here to Dot's Diner, where that arrow and Liam are pointing. There was a bicycle out front, and so we put our bicycles right next to it and went inside. And while we were sitting there eating, Liam asked, you know, where's Dot? And the lady that was serving us said, you know, I've never even asked that question. So another lady came over and said, this is Dot right here. And she said it kind of facetiously, but it was the lady that was going around cleaning the tables. And like the lady that was going around cleaning the tables was chatting everybody up. She seemed like a business owner. I mean, you know that feel. But it really got me thinking, you know, like the prodigal son, where the son has gone off and he comes back and he said, all I want to do is work with the servants. You know, he didn't want anything to do with the owning. He just wanted to be home. It got me thinking about, you know, like how Jesus humbled himself and came and was just like the owner walking around with all the customers chatting us up. And I was like, Liam, I bet that is Dot. I'm willing to bet, buddy, because she was just so nice.
She was just talking to everybody.
She was talkative. She was going around. I said, you know, what cooler thing than to own a place and literally just want to go around and wipe tables and talk to your customers. Like, that's servant leadership, you know? Anyway, we're getting on the road. I looked at the map. We've actually only got 11.9 miles left to go, but highly recommend Dot's Diner if you're riding the MRT.
Yes.
Yeah. So this will show you kind of how steep some of these hills are that you can't really see in person. I've been bringing his bike up, like all of them, and finally he was like, I want to do it. I want to do it. He did it.
Oh, it feels like crap.
I told him that's what half of Missouri was like for me. Hop off the bike, push it up the hill, coast down the other side. Anyway, let's go. Well, buddy, as we make our way down to the Audubon Zoo, and we can take it nice and easy because you pushed it hard yesterday, getting 60 miles in. My question is, what do you like better? Driving in a car from place to place and making stops, or bike touring place to place and making stops?
Bike touring.
Bike touring, you say?
Yeah.
Why so?
Even though it's tiring, and in a car you like go a lot faster and you'll get there a lot quicker. With bike touring, it's just like you can see more stuff. It's like not super boring like it's being in a car. Like a car, all you have is that tiny seat to move around. Out here on a bike tour, you have this whole world.
You sure do, buddy. You can stop and smell the roses if you want to, huh?
Yes.
Gives you a chance to rest.
Yes.
Howdy. Rollerblades.
Why were they so long?
He's getting used to, like, he's practicing for skiing in the winter, like cross-country skiing. People practice for that in the summer, and like when it's not snowing, places like this. I've seen them, a lot of them, especially around Breckenridge. There were a bunch of people that were out there rollerblading on the bike path. It's actually a multi-use path, so you can use these paths for bikes or walking or rollerblading, just no vehicles. Skateboarding, longboarding. I'm sure there's some other transportation. I don't know if horses are allowed to use them. I'm sure they are. I guess some places would have rules. Yeah. Anyway, cool stuff. All right, bud, as we watch this giant tanker go by, got something for you. Ends of the Earth Cycling Centurion. That's all you, man. You did 100 miles in 2 days, but the main reason I brought that patch and wanted to give it to you is because you were, this is your first bike tour of 100 miles, self-supported, solo, with Dad. So that's all you, man. Congratulations.
Still can't believe I made it 100 miles.
I can't believe, like, we're here at New Orleans. He did it. Way to go, Liam. So we just pulled over here to get some water. And Liam went to drink his water. He faced that way anyway. Right past his face. He missed his mouth and soaked my leg. I thought that he had peed on me or something. He just started laughing and saying, I missed my mouth. That's funny. I'll remember that forever. You did, bud.
Friday was supposed to be the Audubon Zoo.
Yep. Friday was supposed to be the Audubon Zoo. Tomorrow.
Well, guess what today is?
It is Thursday.
Audubon Zoo. 1 day short.
And because you went 60 miles instead of having to roll in like 37 to here this morning and not having time to go to the zoo, and then coming back to the zoo in the morning, now you're here early enough to go to the zoo this afternoon, and tomorrow morning we can explore downtown New Orleans until your mama gets to us about 4 o'clock-ish.
How am I waking up tomorrow? It's a great day.
Probably pretty late, bud. I'm gonna probably sleep in as long as I'm able. But I'm proud of you, bud. You rode from up near Natchez, Mississippi, and we'll get a final total count on like the miles, but up near Natchez all the way down to the Audubon Zoo, your final destination. Well, that was fun at the zoo, man. Now we're in Audubon Park. What'd you think about the zoo? I think the giraffes are my favorite.
I think the lions were.
Yeah?
The lions were the white alligators.
Yeah, the white alligator's pretty cool.
They were baby and daddy.
All right, well, we got about 3.5 miles left to where we're staying tonight, so let's get on over there. We're right in the middle of Mardi Gras, buddy. Look at all these trees. Look at the fences. A little bumpy there. Look, it's really not even Mardi Gras, buddy. It's the ticker tape parade for you for doing this whole route.
Hey! They're putting all this out for me.
Yeah, everybody decorated everything because they knew you were going to make it.
Because you left all this stuff out. I'm already going to see this up here for Leo.
That's it. Let's get the trees all decorated for our buddy Leon.
Mexico.
Our Cajun friend Leon. He tried crawfish boudin and he said he liked it. All right, you got a well, yellow light, go ahead and stop.
This big one?
No, that's the Hancock Whitney building. That's the bank building. It's offices and stuff.
Where's the energy building?
No, that's the power company.
I want something high.
I do too, but we'll have to just see what we can get.
This one right here?
That's not that's First Bank and Trust. I think this black sign down here that says hotel is where we were last time. All right, roll with it. Huh? She said the other one was back the other direction past the zoo, and that would have been like 4 miles. I wanted it to be close to where we are. I don't know. I hadn't seen it yet. Hello. All right, there's people walking, so dismount off your bike, buddy. Hey, how's it going? All right. Oh, Liam, get off your bike. Anytime people are walking, you always have to get off your bike.
I was pulling the brakes and wouldn't stop.
Okay, well then, we're gonna ask, I think that's the Blake. Yeah, we got 11 seconds. I'm making sure nobody hits it. This is it.
Destination is on the left.
Here. All right, and so just like that, we're at the hotel. Wait a minute.
We are at the hotel.
This isn't the hotel. Where are we at, buddy?
Our house.
We made it home. So we got to the hotel that night and just kind of like crashed. Liam took a bath. Thought he got something in his eye. I think he had scratched his eye somehow. And then went to sleep. Liam went to sleep before I could record the end of the video. Next morning it was pack, get things together, go, and then Christy picked us up, and then drive all the way home, and then get home and do all the things. Like it was super busy.
I crashed.
He did. He crashed hard. But man, impressive week, sir. 166.5 miles for a 9-year-old. I'm proud of you.
I am too. 100 miles in 2 days.
100
I'm
miles.
Still stoked about.
Are you? Yeah, 100 miles in 2 days. That's pretty cool. Very cool. So what'd you think about Louisiana?
It's pretty nice state. Like, when you're on a bike, like, usually in a car you don't see the biomes change. That's the first thing I saw.
Yeah, the biomes.
Changing.
Yeah.
It went from, like,
hills and forests.
farmlands.
To farmlands.
To marshes.
Yeah. To a
I was
river.
like, oh my God.
To a big city.
To a big city.
Two big cities, Baton Rouge, the capital of Louisiana, and New Orleans.
It's actually Baton Rouge, the French word for red stick.
That's right. Baton is stick, and rouge is red. So we were in Red Stick, Louisiana.
I would rather call it Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Baton Rouge it's the appropriate name. So what were some places you saw God show up this week? You know, this whole week was a mission trip where we go out and pedal for people who've lost loved ones to addiction, and then we minister to captives right there in their captivity, and we talked to several homeless people. That was kind of cool. That one guy that was like in the middle of the road, and we were like, pray for us, and he was like, yeah, and so then we told him Jesus loves you. That was, I think that was probably one of the
just
neatest
talk to him
things.
like this. This long.
Yeah.
And the green light went.
There was a green light. What were some of the other places you saw God show up this week?
The hummus house, the carriage house.
The hummus house. Yeah, when we got our food, Lauren, so she was our server, and she had lost her mom to addiction-related circumstances, and we got to talk to her and tell her that we would be riding for her mom. And so that's who we rode for today. She actually was killed by a serial killer in the area there around where they were near Darrow. But she had been dealing with a lot of addiction stuff, and so it was just it was really neat because she just you could see it in her eyes that she was thankful. And then we were also praying for her brother. I mean, this was all today. We're praying for her brother because her brother's in an active addiction. And then who else? Brooke. Yeah, Brooke at the homeless house at the register. She has a victory story, which was really cool to hear, that she's doing well. And so her plans are to start some kind of rehab or some kind of facility too, which was neat.
We also saw Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph, the police officer who gave you $60 for 60 miles in one day. Yeah, let's go. That's what our Audubon Zoo was provided by. Yeah. What else, bud? How about the 100 people we met at gas stations?
I don't know their names, but they just said, "Where y'all going to?"
Yeah, and we got to share with
from Natchez down to New Orleans.
riding for addiction recovery awareness.
Yes.
I was IV cocaine and opiates, and the
And I'm just
gospel.
riding with him.
Jesus saved my life and changed me, made me a new person, put His Spirit in me. Yeah, it's just a perfect opportunity to talk. So many people, God just draws them. What about when you needed the napkin
Oh, yeah.
for your hamburger?
I was eating my hamburger on a curb at the gas station, and this perfectly clean napkin just comes rolling over, and I'm like, and my hands were dirty. I was like,
His hands and his mouth were dirty. He needed a napkin, and we were just sitting in front of the gas station, and in the wind, this perfect, brand new, the Torx brown napkins out of the Torx things for restaurants. Perfect napkin. Never been touched. Just kind of floats up and lands right at his feet.
and I'm like, what?
It's just, God can provide the way that He does. It's just,
I could leave without a bite, without any pain ears, and I would be fine for the next 50 days.
I did it. That's how Redeeming Eden started, buddy. I left this house with $15 in my pocket and rode 1,000 miles through Florida with napkins blowing to me in the wind. It's pretty neat.
God can provide anything you need.
God can provide anything you need. I think that's a good capstone for the week. It was incredible. It was an incredible week, and I'm so glad to have had you with me along for the ride. Really enjoyed this week, buddy.
Me too.
Me too. So, with all that, if you know anybody who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me through the Popple link in the description right here. And I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. Do know Redeeming Eden's a non-profit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. Their link is also in that Popple link. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of the things. Got a ride coming up through the Midwest in about 10 days. I leave on a train on March 14th for Cincinnati, Ohio. And that'll be about a 4,500 and some odd mile ride, loop around the Midwest, ending with RAGBRAI the last week of July.
And I'm thinking about either doing the Cowboy Trail in RAGBRAI or just RAGBRAI. I don't know yet.
We'll see. We'll see. So we were going to do Liam from Yellowstone all the way to RAGBRAI. And after this week, he's kind of like, I don't know if that's something I'll be able to do, which is really wise for his age. That's what we wanted the week in Louisiana to be, was like a primer, to find out, number one, for me, if he was able to handle it. Number two, to find out for him if he was able to handle it.
And I might still be able to go from Wyoming down to Iowa.
You might. We'll see.
Well, God,
We'll just
God's
continue to
gonna
pray.
provide.
Well, we'll continue to pray. I'll make sure that the mileage will work no matter what. And,
25 miles.
buddy, there is no pressure on you. If you don't even want to do any of it, you don't have to do any of it. We just want you to experience God the way you've experienced Him this week. And I would prefer for that to be on flat ground and not mountains. After all those hills climbing up on the levee. Imagine one of those hills for 5 miles.
Me. Taking 50 hours.
Yeah, it would probably take you 50 hours. So
Do you get up on the mountain?
I'd have to ride my bike to the top and then walk down and push your bike up. Either
Just
way,
be like, oh my gosh.
we'll figure it out. Hopefully, I think you'll at least be able to do RAGBRAI. Maybe we can even rent you a road bike, or maybe somebody that watches the channel knows of a road bike we could borrow that's his size, just for that week, so that he can ride along with me for the finish. But we'll figure it all out. But I'm super proud of you, buddy. You went far above and beyond my expectations. I honestly did not expect you to make it to New Orleans. I thought that we were going to be calling your mama in Baton Rouge. I thought we were going to be calling Baton Rouge.
Hey.
But you made it.
I couldn't make it. But now.
Yeah, but you did. And there was a ticker tape parade for you set up by God.
That's what he said. Mardi Gras, God saw that I was gonna do this 100-mile bike trip, and He knew it would be the day when I finished my ride.
Mm-hmm. So He decorated all the trees and
He
had
decorated all those trees. He decorated all those signs. And
maybe God allowed Mardi Gras and all its festivities for all these years just so
He can grant
the road
me.
could be decorated for you.
And imagine a couple of days later, like next Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is over.
Mm-hmm. Well, from here at the Lineberry household, after a 166.5 mile bike ride through Louisiana, we love you guys. Jesus loves you. We'll see you later. Have a good night.